Hi there, welcome to Inside Fashion Design. My name is Britta Cabanos and I am the founder and content creator here at IFD. I thought I'd start out by telling you a little bit about my journey in becoming a designer. And it all started when I was a kid. I was surrounded by my mom, who was a crafter and seamstress, and she always seemed to want to sew all of our clothes instead of buying things. It was always, oh, I can make that, I can make that. So I grew up around that kind of environment. My dad was a college professor, so also has spent a lot of time around academia. So those two aspects of my childhood really guided me and kind of directed me in my journey to becoming a designer. As I became a teenager, I started doing a lot of artwork, a lot of painting, and I remember running around saying, I'm gonna be an artist, and I just want to be an artist. And I think my parents were like, probably not gonna make a decent living at that. So my dad happened to know a fellow colleague, a college professor that he worked with, who had attended the Fashion Institute in New York City. So I recall when I was 15 years old, he arranged a lunch date with this woman professor, and she took me to lunch and shared with me what FIT was and how I could pursue a career in fashion design through the school in New York. Well, at that time I didn't even know what fashion design was. I didn't know it was a career option, but that sparked something in me that grew into my biggest passion. And I found that a local college, North Dakota State University, had an exchange program with the Fashion Institute in New York. So I was able to take a path from a local college, doing their apparel and textile design program, and then entering Fashion Institute of Technology in New York after that, so I could get my degree in design. So the Fashion Institute of Technology is highly competitive, and I had already received my bachelor's degree and wanted to pursue the degree in design. So I did an accelerated one-year program at FIT, which was highly, highly competitive. I think there was 2,000 applicants and about 50 of us got in. So I was super fortunate, and here I was, a small town girl from Minnesota, and took a leap and just flew to New York City and lived on campus and studied design, and managed to receive my associate degree in design. From there, I was able to start working in the industry. I knew that if I wanted to be a designer, my best options were to stay in New York City or consider Los Angeles, because back then those were the two main cities to get a design job in. So I stayed in New York City. I started working and slowly worked my way up, worked super, super hard, started as a design assistant, sourcing trims and buttons and working in a factory on 8th Avenue, and eventually got to a point where I became a designer and then eventually a design director. And I just had such great experiences in New York, learned a ton along the way, often very, very challenging. It's not an easy industry, and you definitely have to work hard and be willing to sacrifice a lot to pursue your passion.